everyone, this is Lashika and today we're going to talk about another interesting topic, and that is how to be successful in real estate. And for that I have with me Mr. Raman Dua. So we're going to understand from him how can we be successful in real estate. So Mr. Dua, I see real estate as a very promising career and many new realtors come in this industry to become successful. But how many of those actually become successful? What is the success ratio?
That's a very interesting question, Lashika. See, what happens is whenever any new realtor they takes a license, they come with a lot of expectation because everybody thinks the moment I'm going to get the license, I'm going to make hundred thousands of dollars because they see other successful realtors who are driving good cars, wearing suits, and So it seems to be a very flashy life. But is that the fact? No, that is not the fact. It needs a lot of commitment, needs a lot of hard work. And more important than that, it needs a lot of commitment from your side. Now that is the biggest challenge in the industry, and I would like to share some data with you because that will really give you an idea what is the success rate in real estate industry, and that sometimes make me feel bad. There are total 53,000 realtors in GTA.
Wow.
Right, which is a very high number, I would say. Only 10% of them are doing some good business. Now just think about it, out of those 53,000, there are 20,000 realtors who doesn't do a single transaction. Another 23,000 realtors who do less than 5 transactions. So almost 84% of the realtor, they do 5 or less transactions. So that is the success rate what you can see in the real estate industry, which is really is a matter of concern.
Yeah.
Being a professional, sometimes I really feel it's a pathetic situation in the real estate industry that the success rate is only 10%.
That is surprisingly low. So what's the reason behind this? Is it the course that we do? We study, we give exams. What is missing? What is the problem? What is the cause of this?
I've been in the industry for more than a decade, sold more than 5,000 houses. I have a decent experience, and I'm trying to do a lot of research, talking to a lot of realtors, especially who are not successful. I wanted to understand the reason why it is happening. So I had a discussion with a lot of those 90% of the realtors who are doing 5 or less transactions.
Okay.
Now Lashika, I see a lot of talent in them. I see a lot of commitment on them. I see a lot of zeal in them to be successful. Now what is missing?
Yeah.
The missing part is the right platform, the right guidance, which I think they are missing. Now I will share the situation with the brokerage system over here. Think about it. I look at the brokerages having 500 agents, 800 agents, 1,000 agents. And out of those 1,000 agents, only 50 are doing transactions. Only 25 are doing business. What is that? Just think about it. Do you think that system is powerful? Do you think that system is there to make everybody successful? Not really. My take on this is, if I have created a system which can make anybody successful, the success rate should be 80%. The success rate should be 90%. Now why 10% or 20% is not the success rate? Sometimes it's your own individual efforts. Sometimes it's your own individual hard work. Sometimes it's own individual commitment that you don't get success. But majority of the people should get success if the system is powerful. So I think there is a little challenge in the brokerage system because every brokerage is just work on one model. The model is, let's keep hiring the numbers, let's keep taking monthly fees from them because that is their business. They don't take it as a profession. My take on this is, it's my profession. I want to make sure my profession should feel proud on me. So my commitment to my profession is, I want to make sure, actually I want to have 100% success rate. But it's not possible. We are in service industry. People have their own personal problems. People have their own personal challenges. Sometimes everybody thinks I can be a realtor, but that is not the case. You're not fit for that industry.
So I think training is what is required. Just going, giving exams, just like other professional courses, they always have, most of the professional courses actually have internship.
Right.
So I think even in this profession, we need to have some sort of training. What is the solution? As you're saying that you want some commitment, you are committed to your profession. So what can you do to help all these realtors, 53,000 realtors, so that we change the success rate from 10% to a bigger number?
Lashika, of course, I cannot help 53,000 people. I can help only those people who can come and approach me. Right? That's first thing, very, very important. Now, second important thing, you actually, by chance, raised a very interesting word in that, which is called an internship. Now, just look at the education system in real estate. So what is happening is, anybody who wants to get the real estate license, first of all, there's no qualifying criteria rather than you have just passed your high school. And then actually you go and give 5 exams. Now, what they teach you in those 5 exams is only theory. They don't tell you how you can be successful in the market, how you have to handle day-to-day situations. Now, the courses are done by TREB, ORIA, and RICO is the regulatory authority who takes care of all that stuff. What happens is they actually left that part onto the brokerages. Now, as I told you, in the brokerages, it is basically a business. So business model is have more number of people. It doesn't really matter either you give them the training or no. Just think about it. Would you love to have the training which has only 10% success rate? Would you even call it as a training? So that's a very open question.
That's true.
If the training is good, so that training is just namesake. And there are so many situations. You go and talk to your broker of record and tell him to accompany you for the listing presentation. You go and talk to your broker of record to create a system in your office so that you have a support. Now a new realtor comes, there is nobody to guide him except for a so-called weekly training. There's no hand holding for him. And I see realtors coming, presenting the offer, and actually I feel bad when I see the offer is not even up to the standard. Right? So how are you going to do business? If you don't understand your business, how are you going to do it? So that internship is very, very important. And see, what we do in SafeMax is, let's say somebody wants to join SafeMax and they are doing the courses. After their second or third course, we bring them into office. We make sure we train them. We not only focus on classroom training, we work on your field training. So we have created a system where you get a mentor, you get a team to support, and you always have me on the back end. 6 months, a realtor working in SafeMax would not go alone anywhere. They will be accompanied by their team leader for any listing presentation, any offer presentation, and that is what makes them successful. Now think about it, you missed your first or second deal because of there's nobody to guide you. Your confidence is gone. You would consider this industry is bad. You would consider success cannot be achieved. It's all fleshy things, those realtors who are successful, they just lie, and this is not my industry. And I have many examples at my office where people, they were working with other brokerages, they were working with another branch, and they worked there for 1 year, only 1 or 2 transactions. Because think about it, that's a question to my realtor friend. How many times you met your broker of record in last 1 year? That will give you the answer. In SafeMax, every single person meets me every single day. That is what makes us successful. So I hope you get the answer. But I really want to emphasize a lot on internship program. I think the regulatory bodies should think about it. That there should be an internship program. You look at any profession. You look at lawyers, you look at architects, you look at any other big companies, you look at any professional course like related to marketing. There's always an option to internship, right? So why that internship is there? So that you can go in the field and can learn business and can learn the practicality of the business. Theory is not going to make you successful. What is going to make you successful is the business way of doing it.
Yes, that's true. I must address to a very interesting thing which you said, that you hire somebody who's only done for the first or second exam. So basically you just don't want to hire the experienced or the people who've already learned. You are also willing to hire people who are new, train them, and then make them work in the industry and be successful, rather than just having those who are already successful.
Lashika, actually I'll tell you what kind of people I want to hire. I want to hire new realtors. I want to make them, we talk about our profession, not a business. Now the second and most important thing is, I want to hire those realtors who are not successful.
Interesting.
The reason is, I want to prove myself with their success. Right? If there's any realtor who has done less than 5 transactions, I would love to hire them. I would love to have them part of my team so that I can create success for them, so that I can actually prove myself, because I take it as a challenge. Right? Because in my opinion, it is not that they don't have talent, it is not that they don't have zeal to be successful. It is not that they don't have an attitude and acumen to be a successful realtor. It is the right platform, it is the right guidance, and that is what I do.
It's just they need direction.
Of course.
Yeah. So, Mr. Raman, I remember reading that the real estate industry used to work on the model or formula which is 80-20. Means 80% of the business is done by 20% realtors.
Yes.
Now, after a decade, I think it has changed. It has drastically changed to 90-10. So 90% of the business is done by just 10% realtors. I think, which is what you said, that the success rate is only 10%. So I understand we need internship, we need more training. So what can you do to make the number go back to the original numbers or even better?
So that was a question actually I was trying to work on it from last 1 year, and I would like to share with you, with other realtors and with the industry. SaveMax is known as a trendsetter. SaveMax is known as a disruptor. So we are actually working on bringing up a new model, a new business model in the real estate industry, which is going to change the dynamics of this industry, which will actually put a new direction to the real estate industry. And that formula, we have already worked on all the basics, we have already worked on the escalation of the model, and we have already worked on, I would say, the success ingredients of that formula, right? So we are very soon going to announce a new business model which is definitely going to disrupt the real estate industry, not only in GTA, not only in Ontario, but in whole country, in whole Canada. And that is what we are targeting. That is what we want to do. We want to make sure our profession should feel proud on us. And I always talk about innovativeness. I always talk about new ideas. I always talk about a vision. Think about it. How many people are in this industry with a vision? I feel so bad when I see realtors 10 years before, 20 years before, they were realtors. And today they are realtors. That's a very big question mark. Now you have actually given a good data of 80-20 rule, which I think was there in the industry 10 years before. Now that rule has come on to 90-10. So 10% of the realtors, they do 90% of the business. Do you think it is a better situation with our industry? Do you think it's a better situation with our real estate profession? No, we have actually gone worse. The gap is being widening between successful realtor and non-successful realtor. If there is any brokerage where only 10 or 20 realtors are doing the business, that is not the real brokerage. That is not the real success, because their system is a failure, right? Their training is a failure, and I have a question mark on it. But if I am part of that system, I go and decide to join that brokerage, I should not blame the brokerage. I should actually look at myself, why I am part of that system where only 20% or 10% or 15% realtors are successful. So it means I have to consider myself. I have to think about it. Which system I want to be. Either it is 90% success or 10% success. If you choose to go for 10% success rate, it's your decision.
At the end, you are responsible for yourself.
So wait and watch for a new business model coming in real estate industry by successful. We're gonna call it as a disruptor model.
There's a reason why we're always looking up to you, not just us. There are so many realtors out there who actually look up to you, who are waiting to see what new thing you're gonna bring. So stay tuned to see what exactly Mr. Raman is bringing in order to change the success ratio for all the realtors.
Definitely, thank you very much, Rashika, and I would like to give a very strong message to all my realtor friends. Make sure, ask for more. It's a very famous saying which we normally talk on day-to-day basis. Even if a kid needs milk, he has to cry, he has to ask. Only then mother comes to know that he or she is hungry. It's the same thing. You need to ask. You need to ask your brokerage, you need to ask your broker of record, why I'm not successful? Why not I am being given the vision? Why not I am being given the direction to be successful? Don't just sit at home and just keep watching others successful. If you want to make sure you want to be successful, you have to ask for it. Now in our system, in SaveMax system, I always say our success rate is 90%. 10% people, now I will tell you who is not successful in SaveMax system. The person who has a negative attitude is not successful in my system.
Right.
The person who doesn't want to work is not successful in my system. The person who cannot work as a team is not successful in my system. They will automatically get out of this system.
Yeah.
Because SaveMax is all about positivity, SaveMax is all about teamwork, and SaveMax is all about success. And that is what is SaveMax all about.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So my friends, doesn't matter SaveMax or any brokerage you're in, as Mr. Raman said, you have to ask. Ask your brokerage, ask your broker of record, why am I not successful? If you get the answer, you're at the right place. If not, you need to reconsider. Thank you.